They thought they could erase me, but I was the foundation holding their empire together. The morning light sliced through the sleek conference room windows as Marcus slid a tablet across the polished table. A blurry photo glowed on the screen, me slipping into the Viridian Tech building late last Wednesday. Not a smoking gun, but enough for them to justify their verdict. Marcus leaned back, his voice steady but laced with ice. We've had reports of unauthorized activities after hours. Our contract strictly forbids moonlighting for competitors. Beside him, Clara's smirk was sharp enough to cut glass. Loyalty is non-negotiable here. You've crossed a line. I felt no panic, no rage, just a strange calm, like a storm passing. You're done. Effective immediately, Marcus said, sliding a termination notice toward me. Security will see you out. I didn't protest or explain. Fair enough, I said softly. One job's enough for me. Their faces twitched. Clara's sneer faltered. Marcus blinked. They'd braced for a fight, not this quiet surrender. I placed my badge on the table, feeling 3 years of relentless pressure dissolve. The sleepless nights, the solo battles to shield their digital fortress. It was over. Clara coughed, unsettled. We'll need all your access codes before you leave. I smiled faintly. Everything's in the system, per protocol. A half-truth. The knowledge base held my notes, but they were a labyrinth without my expertise to navigate them. As security escorted me to my desk, co-workers' whispers buzzed like static. I packed a worn journal, a desk cactus, and a chipped coffee mug, small relics of a life spent in the shadows of their success. From his corner office, Julian, our CTO, watched silently. He knew what was coming but stayed still. Outside, the crisp spring air hit me like a rebirth. My phone pinged. A text from Lena, my contact at Viridian. Still good for 3 p.m.? I replied, yes, and I'm ready to join full-time. 3 years of propping up. Someone else's kingdom, unacknowledged, was enough. The countdown had begun. I'm Zara Kane, and until an hour ago, I was the sole cybersecurity lead at a Fortune 500 tech giant. Budget cuts and resignations left me alone, guarding a digital empire worth billions. It started with big promises from Julian during my interview. You'll head a top-tier security team, he'd said, his enthusiasm infectious. I signed on, drawn to the challenge. But reality eroded fast. Layoffs slashed my team from 5 to 1. Temporary, Julian promised. Temporary stretched into years. The systems grew labyrinthine, threats multiplied, and I worked endless nights to keep breaches at bay. My warnings about staffing shortages vanished into meeting notes. Requests for raises met with empty praise. You're a star, Zara, Julian would say, never mentioning dollars. Last fall, I stopped a hack that could have tanked the company, working 60 hours straight. My reward? A $300 gift card. The CEO, claiming credit for our ironclad defenses, pocketed millions. I tried one last time, presenting data to Julian and the execs. One person can't sustain this, I said, showing risk charts. They nodded, promised action, then ignored me. The breaking point came at a cybersecurity summit in Chicago. I wasn't supposed to go, budgets were tight, but a friend got me a speaking slot. There, I met Lena, Viridian's security chief. We clicked instantly, debating system designs over coffee. She offered me a weekend consulting gig, advisory only, no conflict with my job. The pay dwarfed my salary. I said yes. For weeks, I balanced both worlds. Weekdays holding up a crumbling empire, Weekends valued at Veridian. Then someone spotted me near Veridian's office. Assumptions were made. They didn't know their systems hinged on my weekly tweaks. Tweaks I'd begged to teach others, but no one had time. Now, as I drove away, my phone buzzed. Julian. I ignored it. By Monday, I'd signed with Veridian as Chief Security Architect. Salary tripled, leading a team of 10. My new office hummed with collaboration. My team, bright, curious, asked questions, challenged ideas. It was freedom. Meanwhile, across town, their systems began to falter. Authentication errors piled up, logs overflowed. By Wednesday, peak quarter-end traffic triggered the cascade I'd warned about. Calls flooded in. Julian's voice cracked in voicemails. Zara, we're crashing. Help us. Then Clara, name your price. The CEO, legal's involved. Call now. I texted back once. I'm focused on one role now. News broke that night. Tech giant systems down. Clients locked out. Their stock tanked 35%. Thursday, I got a call from their board chair, Victor. We've fired Marcus and Clara, he said. Name your terms to fix this. I paused, then named my price. $40,000 per hour, 4-hour minimum, remote work, a public apology for ignoring my warnings, severance for laid-off colleagues, and a fully funded security team. He agreed instantly. That afternoon, I guided their team through recovery, explaining the why behind each step. By evening, systems stabilized, but their reputation was scarred. I hung up, feeling not triumph, but clarity. At Veridian, Lena offered me a new role, leading a security consulting division, sparked by their collapse. You're proof of what happens when expertise is ignored, she said. 3 months later, I presented our division to Veridian's board. We'd signed 7 major clients, all desperate to avoid my former employer's fate. Their new CISO at a conference admitted they'd rebuilt on my ignored documentation. You saved us, even after we let you go, she said. I smiled. Some lessons cost billions. What's your workplace story? Like, subscribe, and share if this hit home. Comment below. Have you ever been the invisible foundation?